Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Looks like Superman just dropped a sneak peek into the movie. We are very close to the release of this. It has brought up some controversy, I guess, to have to do with crypto. I'm here to find out exactly what we got. So I'm not here to waste any more time. Let's watch the damn trailer. All right, let me get my headphones on. uh, or headset. Let me put this full screen and let us enjoy some Superman goodies. What was that? All right, we've seen this scene before. Yeah, Superman's battling something. Homeboy's beat up. Um, there he is. There he is. Oh, he's running. Oh, oh.
Stop! 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 No! Krypto! Krypto! Krypto. Take me home. Home. Krypto. Home.
Whoa. Fortress of Solitude, baby. It recognizes his bark.
Superman!
Hey, Caramel, il y a Hey, Caramel, il y a tout
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever, merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time. Level 4? 292 times Saharan Prime, please, one.
I like this Fortress of Solitude. All right.
He's back.
Look up.
Superman.
Okay. So okay. So I guess a lot of people were not liking this part right here, where Krypto shows up and he's sort of like kind of like bouncing on Superman and sort of like play. It looks like Krypto just wants to play. Now I could totally see why this would kind of maybe upset some people because it's like Krypto's supposed to be super dog, but also like if this is like early Krypto, he's just a little doggo that just wants to play. Obviously I have a Krypto of my own. I have a dog of my own. I'm not 100% sure if he would react the same way that this Krypto would react. I think he would have a much different reaction. I think it'd be a lot of licking. But instead of jumping, there'd be a lot of licking, and then figuring out what the hell's wrong with me. But that's just my dog, right? Like this is Krypto we're talking about. Maybe he's much more of an energetic sort of dog that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he is Krypto and has superpowers, that's just what he is. I don't necessarily have that big of an issue with it. In fact, like I think it's charming. I think it's a little endearing. Um, you know, I wonder how long they took to train this dog to do this particular scene. But yeah, I'm really liking the Fortress of Solitude. I really dig what they came up with here for it. It feels very Superman, with the crystals all popping out and underneath, and then it looking like a real like throne. You know what I mean? Like there's a shot right here. It looks like a real throne here, and I dig that. I really think that's super cool. I like the vibe of it. I think it's cool. Obviously, y'all know my opinions on the Superman suit. I don't necessarily like it. Another thing that I saw online was this. So Superman's reaction to getting hit by the sun, basically, and he's screaming out like as if he's in pain. So he's screaming out. The robots are holding him. The superbots are holding him down. Obviously, this isn't like if I was directing this definitely wouldn't be the direction I would have went with. That being said, I understand the direction that James Gunn did go with it, and why he probably is screaming is because he's getting everything healed, and it's probably not a pleasant thing to experience. Now, maybe Superman after I obviously they're not doing the full backstory of Superman. They're like we've already seen it, but so it's tough to tell when exactly this is which part of Superman's career this is at. Um, obviously, yeah, things that like I understand why people would get upset at, but I also understand why the director chose to do it. So like it's like for example, like in the Batman, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that a lot of Batman like diehards would probably be like, and I love Batman. He's probably my one of my favorite, if not my favorite superhero ever. But I'm not gonna go out of my way and like bring the forks and the pitchforks and the fire out for something that they did that may not have fully aligned with what I saw for the character. I would rather see the product and see whether or not it made sense. And if it doesn't make sense and if it doesn't work, then we can criticize it. Then we can critique it. Obviously, right now, we're just getting first looks of all of this stuff, sneak peeks, trailers, what have you. So it's not, we don't got the full product. You know what I mean? I would judge this more so after you've seen the movie. I feel personally, unless you just choose not to see the movie, then you're just choosing to hate, and it's you have the right to do that. But like I said, it's a lot of these things. You know what I mean? They try to contextualize moments and things that superheroes have in like the source material and sort of like make it interesting for their film. And obviously, James Gunn was like, what if his like intestines are getting reorganized? Because what if his broken rib cage is getting put back into place? Like it's not like an like a instantaneous heal. Like he feels it. He feels his rib cage getting put back to place. That wouldn't be a pleasant thing. You know what I mean? Like these thoughts maybe that went through in the writer's room or like the director's chair, things like that like change it and probably in his head give it a lot more like character, if you will, for the movie. And I could see that. I could see that being a choice that they went with for that reason. So that's why I'm not necessarily going to say like it's bad, because like, you know what I mean, when you're directing a movie and you want to translate it as a film from a comic book, you know what I mean? Like in a comic book it's like very fantastical, and you could still have a fantastical element to it, but there's also something interesting to vulnerabilize, or I don't even know if that's a word, but make your characters vulnerable and make them look like, you know what I mean, it put in these positions, because that's just what makes them more of a hero, because they overcome stuff. That being said, I really dug the sneak peek. I don't necessarily have too many gripes with it. Like I said, I think those were the main two things that people had an issue, or people took an issue with, was with the crypto scene, and then that scene with Superman healing with the sun, and that's whatever. I really, like I said, I really dig the Fortress of Solitude. I really dig the vibe that this movie's giving off. It gives off very much like Superman animated series vibes. And dude, if it's anything like that, then we absolutely won, because Superman the animated series really got the character correct and really got him right. And so, if this is anything like that, like I said, it's a huge dub. We just won. Like, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how I would be upset at that. Obviously, I'm gonna be curious to see how this all plays out in the theater when this movie comes out. All right, I can't wait to watch it. And you guys, you let me know what your thoughts are on this sneak peek. Let me know what your thoughts are on Superman in general. Are you excited to watch this movie? Are you excited to go in the theaters and give it your honest opinion and honest thoughts after post watching it? Let me know what your thoughts are on those two scenes. Let me know how you feel about the Fortress of Solitude. Let me know how you feel about Superman's suit. I absolutely hate it. I think it's disgusting. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy the movie. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to go out and watch the movie either. Okay? There's got to be a balance. But yeah, let me know. Sound off down in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you've seen thus far, for more content like this, man. And then, yeah, I think that's all I got for y'all. So I will catch you guys in the next video.